Hey fam, Christy here. I hope you all have been okay. I am good myself. Thank you so much for the support, for the engagement on the content that I put out here. Your subscription, comments, likes, and shares mean a lot to me, and I don't take any of that for granted. So thank you once again. Today's video is something you should brace yourself for because it's full of nerves and so much more. So let's watch these clips together, come back, and let's talk about them.
This white man is telling me that I am not African and that I'm entitled of being, I need to just embrace the American. Check this out.
That's it. You're an American. And so there's this mindset of certain black Americans that when they get off the plane and they come to South Africa, that they're going to be embraced as returning to their land or whatever else it is. And that's not the case.
So go watch his full video because he's so misinformed. Because part of what he's saying, he's like, he was born in Africa. And I guess he tried to use the fact that he has an American wife. Don't sound like she's black. She would have slapped him in the mouth for what he's saying. But he's saying black Americans feel like because of the color of their skin, they get here and they're just going to be embraced. So actually, and he's also saying if you're just American, you get embraced. It's not the color of your skin. Nah, trust me. It's because I'm black. They rock with me because I'm black. They love that I'm American and they love that I'm black. And as you can see in the comments and the different things, I'm super embraced. So it's crazy that and see, this is the craziness too. How is a white man gonna comment and tell me that I'm not African? Do you see this brown? Do you know where this brown came from? It didn't come from America because Africans didn't come from America. But y'all go check his video out and watch my movie Summer with the Guys. Peace.
Hey, Mr. Mayweather, I don't want to speak out of turn. I get the irony that I'm a white African and you're a black American. I get that, but I do live here. I'm married to an American, so maybe I can give you some insights. And for those that haven't seen your video, just to clarify, you get a lot of love being in South Africa, which is great, and I'm proud of my people for giving you that love. But you also get a lot of hate. You get a lot of people telling you, leave. When are you leaving? We don't want you here. And you're saying that you don't get that. You're a black man that's come to the motherland, to Africa, right? Well, once again, I don't want to speak out of turn, and I certainly don't speak for everyone, but I'll tell you what some of my black friends have told me. Not no one, but I'm going to speak in superlatives and hyperboles here. No one here cares that you are an American that's black that's come to Africa. They would care more that you are an American that is coming to Africa. They don't care that you're black. You see, in Africa, there's a lot of black people, right? So the sense of race or connection to who they are is already firmly established. You see, you got to understand, to an African, to a black African, you are an American. That's it. You're an American. And so there's this mindset of certain black Americans that when they get off the plane and they come to South Africa, that they're going to be embraced as returning to their land or whatever else it is. And that's not the case. A lot of South Africans would say the same thing to people from other African countries that are coming here. Get out. We don't want you here. This is our land. We are South Africans. And now I don't completely agree with that, but I do understand the sentiment. It'll be like myself. I'm born in Africa, right? But I'm white. So what if I traced my roots back to some European country, let's say Serbia, because I got Serbian blood, and I got off the plane and I'm like, I've arrived. I'm back home in the motherland. You know what they're going to say? Dude, you don't speak our language. You don't understand our culture. We don't give a damn that you've got X amount of percentage Serbian in you or whatever it is. You are not Serbian. You are not European. Go back to Africa. And they'd be correct. You see, goes back to the very thing that black Americans have been fighting for hundreds of years. They want the equality of their fellow man in the country where they reside. So you have it, and you need to, in my opinion, you need to embrace the fact that you are proudly American. Proudly American. My wife is proudly American, and I am proudly South African, and together we remain a couple that have our distinct cultures, our distinct countries, our distinct background, our and we're not trying to be the other person's whatever. And if I go to America, and if I stay there for the next 20 years, it doesn't change the fact that I would be an African in America, and she will always be an American in Africa. And if you come here to our beautiful country and you embrace that, well, then people are going to love you. Remember, we're a country of diversity. We want you to be an American in Africa. We love that. Come and be yourself. We can learn from you. You can learn from us. We can bond. We can get together. And there is nothing wrong with finding your roots. I do understand that. But your roots have nothing to do with the color or pigment or melanin in your skin. Okay? That's the great illusion here. That's the great illusion. So, for whatever that's worth, and once again, I hope I didn't speak out of turn. And like you said, 80% of the people here are embracing of you. And I encourage the rest of South Africa to continue down that road and not be nasty. Hashtag don't be dumb, people. We're a loving, embracing nation, and let's extend the courtesy to all that visit, okay?
Why is it every day somebody's messaging, when are you leaving the country? Get out of the country. Bye. You're a fraud. You're not welcome here. Man, now, I do get a ton of love. I get way more love, but I've never been to a country where people are saying that. Like, I'm a black man coming to Africa, and y'all super support me because I got a movie. I'm a movie Summer with the Guys. 80% of the views come from here. But then every day, there's multiple people saying, get out of our country. Leave. We don't want you here. Like, that's so weird to me. Like, how is it I'm a black man I'm coming from America. I don't care about coming from America, but I'm a black man that came to Africa to be like, oh my gosh, I want to be around my people. I want to celebrate blackness. And then people telling me, leave, bye, you illegal. We don't want you here. That's just, I don't get it. Like, if you come to America, man, it's all like, you from Africa? Oh shit, that's dope. Tell me about it. What's up with the motherland, man? I'm trying to get there. The flight's expensive though. So y'all help me out. Why do people say that? It's hurtful. Yet I know that y'all love me, because when I'm out in these streets, y'all be saying what's up. Y'all be hugging me, grab me, want to take pictures. Y'all be watching my movie Summer with the Guys. You can watch it. Click the link in my bio. You can watch it free. But it's so much love. But every day I have not been anywhere in the world where people tell me to leave the country, and then another person of color telling me. Let me know something. Let me know something, please.
The nerves and audacity of this white man coming out to actually respond to the video of our brother, and he's lecturing him on how South Africans are not going to welcome him simply because he's black, but because he is American. And then he's telling him, I would rather you be proudly American than proudly black. What is that? I'm assuming that he's representing South Africans, but at the same time, I can't really get hold of what he's trying to mean, because in my opinion, he cannot even identify himself with a black South African experience. If there's anyone he's representing right here, he is representing his own people, and we know exactly how they feel. He says he's African, but we all know that he's European, and he's a descendant of the colonizers that came, plundered, stole, unalived, kidnapped, REPET, our people, subjected them to hard labor and harsh conditions, grabbed their land and never compensated them. And he has the nerves to come and speak on behalf of black South Africans. I just don't get that. Excuse me if there's something that I am missing out here, but I really don't get it. Because if there's anyone he's representing, he represents his own people that clearly come out to say that they are not fighting for any African person, but they are fighting for themselves.
No, they are not. They are Europeans born in Africa. If a cow give birth in a pig's pen, what it make? It make a pig because it in a pig pen? No, it's still a cow, correct? So if a white person give birth to a white child in Africa, is a white child, a white European child born in Africa. That's it.
And you'll have already noticed that they are actually trying to divide the Western Cape, and they want to make it for people like him because they cannot stand being with Black South Africans. They can't stand them. They can't stand the fact that Black South Africans can be leaders and these people can be under them. They literally want to break away. And I understand my brother very well when he said that the people that were asking him to leave were actually people of color, which I don't know where that leaves our man right here that is speaking, because in my opinion, he is white. And by that, he already falls into the category of the people of color. The South Africans are welcoming, they're loving him. It's clearly because of his color, because we know that you are our brother. Yes, reality is South Africans are telling people to leave their country, the illegal immigrants to leave their country. But those are people that are criminals, that are destabilizing, people that are selling drugs, people that are doing weird things. Those are the people that they don't want to live with them. That's the people they have a problem with. People that are owning businesses illegally, people that are taking things illegally. Those are the people that South Africans are having a problem with. And you are one of them because you stole, you grabbed these people's lands, you never compensated them. You are the ones. If Black Americans come to the motherland, they are not taking anything that do not belong to them. They are not taking anything illegally. So our brothers that are coming to the motherland, beware of such people that are going to come and open their mouth to spew nonsense. Their opinions do not reflect the opinions of the Black South Africans. If there's any Black South African that felt that way, they would have come out to actually say something about it. It's like, when I understand you're coming to trace your root and all of that, the color of your skin has nothing to do with your root. Excuse you? This melanin, it does not matter wherever it is native and indigenous to these lands. We are the people of the sun and everyone knows. You ask yourself, why are these diaspora wars happening where Africans are telling Black Americans, oh, you should embrace the fact that you are Africans? These are sibling wars. And we are simply telling them that, hey, this is home. We are your brothers. Yes, the cultures that you've created, they might be different from ours. That does not make us different. We are one person. So whatever you are spewing and you're saying the color of his skin has nothing to do with his roots, you lie. His color has so much to do with his roots, which actually are traced back home here on the motherland. They are our brothers. And you are European. Period. Have you ever been discriminated against when you go back to Europe and they are saying that you're not European? Do our African people that are born in Europe call themselves European? Even if they have citizenship there, they still say they are African. Boy, you are European. Period. And you've never been chased away. I am seeing a lot of Europeans that leave South Africa and they go back to their lands and they are actually welcomed and they are not discriminated against. So these lies that you're spewing and you're like, oh, if I go back, they are going to be like, go back to Africa, you're not European. You lie in broad daylight. And if you're saying that, oh, we are not going to welcome you because you are Black, but we are going to welcome you as an American, no, you lie. We identify so much with their skin color. Yes, my mother, for her very first time encountering and meeting a Black American, the first thing she noted, she was like, he's Black. And I was like, yes. And she was like, does he speak my language? And I'm like, no. It's like, why? But he looks like me. And I said, because he was raised in a different environment. Oh, okay, what about his mother? And I'm like, she's Black. And she's like, does she speak my language? And I'm like, no. She looks like me? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, oh, these people are like us. What does that one tell you? It tells you that we identify with your color. Before an American opens their mouth to say anything, their color will resonate with us. We accept the fact that he's our brother. And we have always seen them as our brothers. We don't know so much about them. They don't know so much about us either. And I feel like this is so divisive of you to come out and say these things. Like I said, these are your own opinions. They represent how your own people feel about us Black people. They do not represent us. Our brother was very clear, and he said the people that were telling him to go back, there were people like you. No Black South African came to tell him, hey, go back. No, it's your people. You have no right to claim this land than a person that comes from America. There's a reason as to why African comes before American. You understand? So he has every right to expect treatment, good treatment from the people that look like him. Because a person like him being where he is being from, with people that look like you, that have been torturing them for generations and generations from the time when our ancestors were captured and kidnapped and taken to the Americas and to the Caribbean, to Brazil and those places, they've never ever gotten peace. So it is not entitlement for them to expect to be embraced. Our brothers, me and more other people, make these videos to invite you and tell you this is home. Come back home. You are going to feel like you are home. We mean these things, but beware, you're going to find people like him that are going to tell you otherwise. And I want you to just look them in the face and be like, man, fuck off. Our brothers, wherever you are, sisters, Caribbean, UK, Brazil, America, anywhere you are, this is the time for you to know that this is home. It has always been. You're going to be welcomed. Like I said, before you open your mouth to speak, nobody's going to notice that you are American, but they are going to know that you are Black like them, period. And you are not asking for too much for you to expect to be loved in a country or on the motherland where more people look like you. That's not too much to ask. In fact, it is a shock if you come to these lands where you look like us and then we treat you like SHIT, like the people, the majority of white people treat you over there. So me, I understand and I can completely resonate with you, but you are welcome. Mr. Sir, this conversation, you can excuse yourself because you cannot resonate with the Black experience. I'm not being divisive. I know there are people that look like you that have no problem with, humanity, and they identify with everyone. They love everyone.